Good morning, everyone. I hope that you are having a fantastic day today. Some of you have been requesting art lessons, and I have yet to do an art lesson video. So today is the day. I hope you like this. This is a little bit of a lesson with an art lesson mixed in. I have Selena across the table, and Abby is on her way to join us. I'm going to use a whiteboard. You should use paper. And you can use whatever size paper you want. I'm using a whiteboard because when I write with this whiteboard pen, it is really bold and you can see what I'm doing. I'm also going to write in 2 different colors so that you can see what I'm adding. So here's Abby. Hello. I'm going to move us over so she can be in there with us. Okay, so actually, I will, no, I'm going to start with my name because it's me. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to write your name in all caps in like block letters. So here's my name. C-H-R-I-S. And I want a little bit more work in mine, so I'm going to use my whole big name, Christina. Oh, I can tell I got smaller as I went across. Christina. Okay, now with your, now that you've written your name in block letters, you're going to identify the lines that you see or the angles that you see in here. So I'm going to start with C, and I don't see any angles in there, but I see some curves. So this isn't a straight line, and there aren't 2 of them to make an angle. So I'm going to label this as a curved line. Might be hard for you to see the red. Let me find a different color. Okay, I got blue. That says curved line. We'll take that off there. This is why for on paper, because then you can turn your paper. Curved line. Okay, curved line. Okay, now we're moving on to my H. Do you see any angles in there?
I see 4 right angles.
Abby sees 4 right angles. H's are pretty cool. So I'm just gonna label 1. You can label all 4 on yours. It's hard for me, like I said, dry erase. Right angles. There's my H has 4 right angles. Okay, how about in my R? Selena, do you see an angle in there?
This looks like a 45-degree angle.
Ooh,
here.
Selena's estimating. She thinks this is a 45-degree angle. Since we don't have our protractors, now Selena's here. Oh, let's see if we can turn it up. There she is. Since we don't have our protractor to actually measure it, we're going to just call it its general name. So it's less than 90 degrees, we call it
acute.
Acute. This is an acute angle. Okay. Oh, what about my eye?
It's just a line.
What kind of a line?
Straight.
Oh, straight vertical line. We added more details in there. What about my S? What is my S doing?
Curving.
It's a curved line as well. Curved line. What about my T?
2 right angles.
2 right angles. Can you say that any grumpier?
No.
Believe me, she is happy. Her face just doesn't reflect it. 2 right angles. Oh, you could also label this with a different one. This is, some of you have had this lesson. When you have 2 angles and they add together to equal a straight angle or 180-degree angle. Does anybody remember that? When 2 angles add together to make 180 degrees? I'm gonna put a question mark there. Okay, we got another I. I's are easy. I's are just straight lines. I'm gonna write line. Line. How about in my N?
There are more acute angles.
I've got an acute angle there and an acute angle there.
Acute.
They're acute. Oh, my A is, I'm going to erase my A and make it a little bit bigger.
Yeah, weird angles.
It might have some other opportunities for angles in there. Christina. There we go.
I see like 5 angles.
Selena says she sees 5 angles. What do you see in here?
Those are 3 acute angles.
They're acute angles. This is made, we could even call it an equilateral triangle. Or we could say acute angles. Okay, now how about these lower parts, the legs of my A?
They're obtuse angles.
Says that we finally found our first obtuse angles. Woohoo! Look at my name. My name has curved lines and straight lines. It has right angles and acute angles. It has something special right there. It has some obtuse angles. You know what would be really fun? I didn't think about this when I was thinking about it. I was thinking that I'm sorry, what just occurred to me was to like make a list, like acute angles and how many do I have? Let's see, let's count them up. There's 1,
2, 3,
2, 3,
4, 5, 6.
I have 6 in my name. Christina has 6 acute. How about right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 obtuse, 6 right?
Yeah.
Okay, how many
And
obtuse?
2.
2 obtuse. Okay. We could say, how many curved lines do I have?
1, 2, 3. Well, would this count as 1 or 2?
It just, when you write an S, it's just 1 line.
Yeah.
But we didn't label this curved line right here on the R. There. Curved line.
3.
How many straight lines are there?
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh my goodness, you can't see. What did we say,
It's a-
15?
Yeah, it's a long list. Whoa.
Straight lines, curved lines. What else could we look at? We could look at like
This weird thing.
So some of you have had the lessons on what it happens when you add lines together. There's complementary angles and supplementary angles. Complementary angles are, let me see if I can find a picture. Okay, we're back. I went and grabbed some sticks from the box of sticks so I could show you something. I'm gonna slide my art name, angle name out of the way, and I want to show you this. So here I have, what kind of an angle, Abby?
Acute angle.
Okay, and Selena, what kind of an angle do I have here?
It's also an acute angle.
It's also an acute angle. When I match these up and you put both your blues on top. When I match these up, these 2 angles, okay, add them together. When we add them together, what kind of an angle do we get?
A right angle.
A right angle. So when 2 angles are added together and they make a right angle, we call that complementary. Complementary comes from the Latin compleare, to fill up. So we could look, I don't think we had any acutes that added together to be complementary.
These ones.
Oh, wrong color. It's okay. So when we look at it, 2 angles that add up together to make 90. These ones might, but we can't see that. We can't see it with it. Okay, so complementary, I have 0 complementary angles in my name. Okay, so now let's look at our sticks from the box of sticks again. And here I have an angle. What is that one, Selena?
An acute.
Okay. And what about this one, Abby?
Obtuse.
Obtuse. And if we were to add them together, what do we get?
Oh, a straight line.
A straight line called a straight angle. When we have two angles added together to make a straight angle or a 180 degrees, we call this supplementary. Supplementary comes to the Latin supplere, meaning to supply. So when two angles are added together and they equal a straight angle or 180 degrees, they're called supplementary. So let's see if I have any supplementary. Okay, do I have any supplementary? When I add them together, they equal 180 degrees. The T.
I
So
was gonna say those are both right angles.
they are both right angles, but when you add them together, you get
100. 160. No, 80. 80.
yeah, 90 plus 90.
9
Is
plus
a-
9.
Yeah, 9 plus 9, 18. 90 plus 90 is 180.
Need to work on addition.
So supplementary, Oh, when they're next to each other like that, those are the only ones. Here, oh, no, they're not. Look at my H right here. This one and also this one. Oh, so now we found 3. I actually know where there's one more. Oh, I see 2 more. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I see 1 more.
Is it
I see 2 more.
this side and this side?
We already counted those. Those were 2 of them.
But
So I'm seeing 2 more. For those that have done a lot of triangle work, you know that if we measured the 3 angles, interior angles of a triangle, if we add this plus this plus this, all 3 of those equal, oh, we froze. All 3 of the angles inside of a triangle equal 180 degrees. So those 3 are supplementary. So now we're at 4. And I see 1 more. Selena, do you see 1 more?
is it the N?
Could it be the N? I don't know. I was looking at, I'm going to draw a bigger one so you can see a close-up. I'm going to draw it right down here. There's a curved line getting in the way, but so when we look at the R, we have this little angle, and then we have this angle, and then we have this angle. Oh, you can't see that because it's black. We have this one, and then this one, and then this one. I don't know if that counts. Can you?
K.
It is a K within the R. I don't know if that counts. Maybe somebody wants to look up whether a supplementary angles can be more than 2 angles added together. So I guess we're still here at 3 for sure. And then 2 question mark? Maybe the 3 inside the triangle and maybe the R with the 3 angles across there. Okay, anyway, I wanted you to see how we can do this. So we have acute angles and right angles and obtuse angles, curved lines, straight lines, and then some sneaky little complementary, supplementary lines in there. I want you to do your name, and you can be as creative and artistic as you want with how you write your name and how you label it. I just did it, like I said, on the whiteboard so you could see it through the computer. So if I were doing it on paper with pencil, it doesn't show on the camera very well. So I hope that you enjoy this little bit of art where we're looking at things that aren't necessarily geometry related, but we're able to look for shapes and figures inside of something else. I can't wait to see what you follow up with. First, I want you to do your name, and then you can do any words you want and share those with me. I can't wait to see it. Thank you. Here is Abby's big name, Gabriella, with all of its parts. And you can see she has 8 acute angles, 6 right angles, 4 obtuse angles, 4 curved lines, 19 straight lines, no complementary and 1 supplementary angle pair on there. So I hope that you are having fun doing your names. We're going to try one more word for you before we end the video. Hold on. Okay, Abby and I decided instead of doing this one for you, that this is like your bonus challenge word, explorers. You might need to know one more word. These two here, this X, these two here across from each other are called a vertical pair because they're across, they're not because they're vertical, but because they're across a vertice. And these two here are also called a vertical angle, or vertical angles. There's 2 of them because they're across from the vertex. So I'm gonna write here, vertical pair. Vertical pairs. How many vertical pairs do you see? And I think that this will be a lot of fun for you. I hope you enjoy it. This is really, I think, fun. I don't know if I'd call it an art lesson. I guess it really is just geometry and line review. But I hope that you take the challenge word and do it as well as your name. I can't wait to see how you follow up. Bye-bye.